Hi guys, I want to give a little refresher about spirit guides. I feel like they're very important, obviously, through our life journey, but not everyone understands what they're there for until there's an absolute need. And we wish that we knew more and we were better connected and better conversationalists with our spirit guides. The first thing we need to know is that we come in with a team. There's not just one specific. We come in with an entire team to get us through this craziness that we call life. We may start with one spirit guide, then transition as we evolve through our life to other spirit guides depending on our needs and growth and our just general spiritual evolution. As kids, we tend to start with friends, right? A doctor type spirit guide wouldn't be useful to a small child. It's not going to be useful to tell kids to eat their vegetables. They don't listen to us normally. Sorry, true story. So doctor spirit guides are typically for those going into healing and for those going into a point in their life where they're suffering from an illness and they can be healed or can be helped through guidance. But for the most part, spirit guides are just meant to guide us. They're not guardian angels, that's a completely different thing. But we need to give them permission and request their assistance, just in general and specifics. So for instance, if I were talking to Essie and I was like, I'm having a rough day. I need some good mojo Jojo. Can you assist me in finding something to cheer me up? And there might be my favorite song come on the radio. There might be coupons that I see for the craft store that I popped by to cheer myself up. But there's something. Sometimes she just gives me pep talks, which is wonderful because we all need pep talks, especially salespeople. It's been a rough day. The importance of our spirit guides is, it's hard to say specifically because they have already been through their human lifetimes and have learned the lessons and are usually paired with people that are going through those lessons as well. So they have lived their human lives and they have more empathy and compassion and understanding as to what we're going through. So the spirit guide that was with me through high school and left my last year of high school, it felt very much like she died. She was very much taken away from me at a time where I wanted to keep her, but she needed to also move forward and evolve through her own soul. I was okay with that, kind of, but not really. It very much was losing a part of myself. She was replaced with a gentleman spirit guide who, because I am so ridiculously stubborn and I don't really get along with guys in human form, let alone in spiritual form. I was dealing with some ex-boyfriend BS and I did not want a male spirit guide. So I ignored him for like a good 3 months before they finally decided to give me another female spirit guide, which is great. It's how I met Essie. Some people are very, very hung up on the idea of their spirit guides having names. They don't care. They forgive our ignorance. Thank goodness, right? Thank goodness they don't hold our ignorance against us. But you can assign them a nickname. Essie isn't her full name. Her full name is unpronounceable. It's long. It's Greek. It's not my thing. So I call her Essie. That's her nickname. You can call your spirit guide whatever you want. That's the beauty of spirit guides. They're not offended. They're happy to finally be getting your attention and communicating. When you are seeking to communicate with your spirit guide, I find that for beginners, guided meditation is wonderful. Patricia Price, my student and my teacher in Lily Dale, who I was her student, has several different CDs that you can purchase that go through all sorts of different guided meditations. You could probably find it through your favorite teacher as well. You can always check YouTube, but I always tell people to listen to the meditations first before you try it for reals, just in case there's something thrown in that you don't agree with. Find a different recording. What else? Dreams. You can always request information through dreams. You might not always get the symbology that you understand. Do your research, look stuff up. So what else? Meditation, dreams, You could do automatic writing. You could, requesting signs isn't actually very helpful, because if I'm like, I want to communicate with my spirit guides, but I need a sign on how to do that, that's not really a yes or no question. It's probably very difficult for them to be like, what sign could I possibly give this person? So do your work. You have to establish communication. You have to give them permission to communicate with you. You have to give them permission to, I don't want to say interfere with your life, but interact with your life, because they are our guides, okay? They're not here to make decisions for us. And as such, there is a boundary of respect that we need to give them permission to interact with us. We need to give them permission to help us make our way through life. And a lot of people forget that. They're like, my spirit guide, I've been talking to my spirit guide for 8 months, and they haven't done anything. They haven't talked to me, no dreams, no nothing. And I'm like, did you ask permission? Did you give them permission to be involved in your life? Did you give them permission to communicate with you? Did you give them permission to send you signs? Did you give them permission? They're like, well, I didn't know I had to do that. I'm like, okay. Give them permission. Please, please. Obviously, only the good guys. Do a prayer, work it into a petition and incantation, however you want to do that, okay? The reason that we come in with spirit guides is because it's important to know that we're not alone. It's important to know that we have a team behind us, rooting us on for success in life, whatever that means for us. Obviously, for some people, it's different than others. And it's especially important to know that we're not alone in times of trouble. They may not obviously be able to give us the winning lottery numbers. I've asked. But they can help us with abundance. They can help us with manifestation. They can help us with Akashic Records. They are literally our between us and home, okay? That's super important to know. And we need to treat them with the same respect that we would treat anyone in that position, whether it's an angel, a deceased loved one. They are not our slaves. They are our guides. And I see a lot of people become very demanding of their guides, and I'm like, that's not their job, like, at all. And if you continue to be disrespectful, you lose access to that portion of knowledge, which is devastating in a spiritual sense, obviously. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Talked about how to contact your spirit guide. We talked about being respectful to your spirit guide. Well, if you guys have any questions, let me know. It's always great to have a refresher. If there's something you have questions about or need a refresher on, please feel free to message over me. I've been finding little snippets of time while I drive to kind of go over things, review things, and see if there's other messages from the other side. Oh, she reminded me. Okay, so when people are doing mediumship or delivering messages, they can send messages through a channel to you. So sometimes I channel guides, sometimes I channel angels, masters, whatever. A good psychic / medium can help you reach your spirit guides as well. A lot of people even offer workshops on spirit guides. So if you can get into one of those, it's reasonably priced, go for it. But we all need somebody. And instead of latching on to a husband, a wife, a partner that's supposed to fulfill us, do your own fulfilling, do your own homework, and know that you have your own team of people rooting you on for success at every point in your life, whether it's your lowest or your highest, which is really, really awesome to know. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.